Hi there, I'm Danny Iny, the founder and CEO of Mirasee, which was formerly known as Firepole Marketing. And if you're watching this video, I'm assuming it's because you're running a large-ish, if not large, online marketing business. You're probably doing, if not multiple millions, certainly many hundreds of thousands in annual revenue. And you're thinking about engaging the Gain the Edge team led by Jim and Cindy Padilla to support you in your marketing efforts, to support you by enrolling people, whether it's part of a launch, of an evergreen campaign, or both, so that their sales team can be, bring people through live chat to phone calls to closing sales. And we did. I'm going to put my elbow down so that the picture will be straighter. We did exactly that for our last launch. We're continuing to work with them, and I want to tell you about what some of my hesitations were before, because I'm sure you're going to be able to relate to them. And I want to tell you about what our experience actually was. So I've actually been in discussions with Jim and Cindy for maybe a year and a half, quite a long time. And we didn't pull the trigger because I had concerns around a third party representing my brand, speaking on behalf of my organization to my prospective students, to my audience. I was worried about control of the message. I was worried about what if they're just closing sales that are not great sales and end up with worse students? And frankly, I was also worried about the financials, 10, 15%, like 20, like those are big numbers. That's a substantial chunk out of revenue. And we're very conscious about the importance of protecting our margins. So we really hesitated for a long time, but finally we decided we thought it would be the right way to go. So we pulled the trigger. And I want to tell you, my experience working with Jim and Cindy's team has been just phenomenal. They've been reliable, they've been on the ball, they've been responsive. Their team has been amazing. They studied our program, they studied our languaging and the way we communicate. They represented us incredibly well. And I followed up with a lot of our students and also people who did calls and didn't buy. And their engagement and responses were just fantastic. They were like, I was taken such great care of. I was really cared for and guided. And that was fantastic. Now, in terms of sales numbers, the numbers were amazing. I can't say how many sales Gain the Edge brought us that we wouldn't have closed otherwise, because I don't know how many people who did calls would have already bought, but I think it's definitely a large percentage. I do know that about half of the sales of our launch ended up going through calls with Gain the Edge, and I can say with confidence that at the very least a large proportion of them would not have bought without that guidance and leadership and conversation. So that was really fantastic. The other unexpected benefit of working with the Gain the Edge team is that, again, there's this leadership, this guidance that helps people make the best decision for them. And what we found was that a side effect of that is that a lot more people took the full pay option for our program. Whereas we usually see about a 15% take rate on the full pay versus the payment plan, with Gain the Edge, it was closer to 40%. That's a substantial increase. And I think it was 40% across the board for our sales. So that would mean that Gain the Edge brought it even higher. Just, they can only influence the people they're talking to. And I mean, obviously that's amazing for short-term cash. It's also amazing. Anyone who runs a payment plan setup knows that there's always going to be some attrition. Doesn't matter how good you are at retaining and engaging people. Some credit cards decline, some people bounce. Like there's just that challenge. And what we found is that just with that, what we're paying Gain the Edge in percentages and commissions is basically made up in terms of just the extra revenue that we're going to keep by people taking the payment plan. Not to mention the cash bump advantages. So honestly, I can't say enough good things. They were amazing to work with. They've done great things for us, and I'm very excited to continue working with them on future launches, on future promotions, on an evergreen, ongoing basis. They have my highest endorsement, highly, highly recommended. So I hope that's helpful. And if you're listening to this, you're watching this, and you're like, I wonder if this testimonial is still current. I wonder if something has changed. I wonder if it's for real. Feel free to reach out to me. My personal email address is Danny, D-A-N-N-Y, @Mirasee, which is MIRASEE.com. Ask me any questions you have. I'll be very happy to answer them. And I can tell you that with Jim and Cindy and the Gain the Edge team, you're going to be in very good hands. Thank you.